It is a long weekend, so we have to bring you that safety message that we do each and every time. It's an important one, an important conversation to have, as you heard the statistics about construction zones just a little bit ago in our newscast. Heather Hubick is with SGI and joins us live in studio this morning. Thank you for being here. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's honestly great to be back.
This is a house that Heather Anderson built at one point.
No, it's so comfortable on set here, and the invite was so appreciated.
It's a weird couch. We all know it's a weird couch. This is a long weekend. There's a lot of traffic out there on the roads. What's your message?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people will be out. Of course, it is the long weekend. That means maybe you're going to visit some family and friends, hitting the road, or maybe having a fun night out. And there's a lot of great things that you can do traffic safety-wise to make sure you keep you and your family safe and others on the road safe as well.
What are a couple of those things?
Yeah, so some of the things that we'd like to remind people is, of course, don't drive impaired. So if you're going out and you're drinking or you're consuming drugs, making sure that you plan a safe ride, knowing that you have options. And there are a lot of really great options out there. There might be a designated driver, getting a taxi, calling a sober friend. All of those things can help you get home safe. Beyond that, we want to remind people that this time of year, there's a lot of people sharing the roadways. You might have pedestrians out there, motorcyclists, cyclists. Beyond that, you've even got people out in RVs or campers hitting the road. So it's important that we all work together to share the road and share the space that we're driving on.
It seems like highways are what we specifically zone in on this weekend. What's your message there?
Yeah, highways, of course, are important, but so are work zones in cities. So in cities and on the highways. The important thing around work zones is that we're making sure we're following the instructions. You know, there's signs up there directing you what to do. There's people out there who are directing traffic, and we need to respect those work zones because it is important to slow down to keep everyone safe. So important when you come across those construction zones. And it also is, important because we want the work done on those highways. And so if we can help protect those workers, it's so important to make sure that they're safe so they can get home to their families.
It's so strange. There's this attitude. I've heard it several times that there's nobody working there right now.
Yeah, and the reality is that even if you don't see someone working in that work zone, there's still dangers present to the drivers, and that could be drop-offs or loose rocks. And so those signs are there for a really important reason. And so it's important that when you see one of those signs, you just make sure you're following it and slowing down and taking that safe approach through the work zone.
The other reason you're here is the Traffic Safety Spotlight. What are you focusing in on this month?
Yeah, this month we're actually focusing on intersection safety, and that's, making sure that you're scanning an intersection when you come across it, making sure you're prepared to obey the traffic lights, and then keeping an eye on everybody else who's in that intersection. 37% of all collisions in Saskatchewan happen at intersections, and that number is even higher in urban settings where 57% of all collisions happen at intersections. So they can be a dangerous place, and so you can help as a driver making sure that they're a little bit safer just by making sure you're super aware, you're not distracted, and that you're paying attention to what's happening around you, slowing down when you're approaching that red light, giving lots of following distance between you and the vehicle in front of you, and keeping an eye on the other road users, pedestrians who are crossing the street and that sort of thing.
I feel like those messages kind of coincide, don't they?
They absolutely do.
That's wild.
Yeah, traffic safety, there's just so many connections, and the reality is there's just a few things that people need to remember. Being, very present, making sure you're not distracted, making sure you're not impaired, making sure you're wearing your seatbelt, and making sure that you're not speeding. All of these things can really help prevent collisions, and so we just ask drivers to really pay attention to what they're doing and making good habits when they're on the roads.
Heather, thank you. Stay safe out there this May long weekend.